Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Devil Survivor 2, the animation, episode 8 review. So, of course, before I get started, look down in the description below for the link to this week's episode of Devil Survivor 2, the animation, and a little bit of a disclaimer here. No Japanese company, corporation, or network has any claim to this video. The thumbnail is an original / remixed photo, which no Japanese company, corporation, or network has any claim to. The visuals are me. They do not own me. And the audio is me speaking over a soundtrack or a homemade soundtrack. They do not own my voice, obviously. This video follows the rules / guidelines provided by Google / YouTube. Now, that being said, this episode of Devil Survivor 2, the animation. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Like, this episode was outstanding, bro. From beginning to end. From beginning to end, this episode was on point. It was on point. Like, no lie. No joke. On point. And, like, everything from the fight when we see the summoners go up against Megara, and it's 3 parts, all the way to the ending, where we see the void start to come in, and to find out that, like, a majority of the world is what they saw on that screen, where, like, there's some parts of China left, there's like a few bits of Russia left, and like Japan has like most of the country still there, but like a lot of it has been consumed by the void. And you're like, what the? And because when Hibiki was talking Alcor, he thought that this destruction meant like, you know, like he thought that when Septentorion were coming, they were coming in the form of like destruction, but no, it's not destruction. Because I thought the same thing, but no, apparently it's the complete like erase of everything. It's the Fumi says it the best. She says something along the lines of it's not the erase of matter. It's the erase of awareness and ideas. And the existence of humanity on this planet will never it'll basically be gone. Like the past, present, and future, gone. Complete annihilation of everything that this species has established in its lifetime. The world, nothing. Just complete nothingness. And that's some crazy shit. Because that's a degree of reality warping. And like so like this, and apparently it's caused by Polaris. And this is a beastly ass title. The Almighty Administrator of Order. I'm like, what the the Almighty Administrator of Order. That's badass. That's super badass. It's like, yo. And apparently, Alcor is in fact a Septentorion. He is the Sword of Polaris. Or, I mean, that's a title he gave himself. But, you know, he is a Septentorion. And according to him, the Septentorion are mechanisms that follow the will of Polaris and establish order wherever Polaris sees fit. And I'm like, bro, like, the dude, like, who is this? Like, what is this thing? And apparently, according to Alcor, and this is all the end of this. So what I'm talking about now is all the later half. The earlier half is when they're fighting against Megara. And that was damn good too. But when Alcor talks about how there are 7 days of judgment, and once humanity overcomes these trials set by Polaris, then they can go in front of Polaris for judgment. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, even if you beat all of the Septentorion demons that come from Polaris, even if you beat all of them, there's no guarantee that the humanity humanity's gonna be saved. There's none. There's no guarantee. Because after you go through these 7 days of judgment, then you have to stand in front of Polaris, whatever it is, and then you have to be judged. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's insane. It's nuts. And in my opinion, one of the best parts of the ending was the fact that when we see the void coming in, it's like you see scenes of everybody, and like even even Hotsun Yamato, even this OP dude, he was like, I never had any hope to begin with, or something along those lines, when the episode's ending. And then you see the scene of Hibiki, and, well, first of all, like, you see Irie and Jugo, and, like, they're underneath some building, and it's raining, and, like, you can hardly see them. We see scenes of Daichi, who's up against the wall, like, he's really pondering over his own weakness, because he is weak, let's be honest here. Of course, Nita, she was upset because of the fact that, Otone had just died, including Ronaldo and Joe. All three of them died, which surprised me. And then we see Hibiki, and this is really good. Like, he's staring at the void, as the void is encompassing the known sky. And then he says, the world will vanish. And this is the main character. And he's abandoning all hope. He's literally abandoning all hope as he sees this void consume the sky itself. And you're like, damn. Not even Hotsun Yamato seems to have hope. I mean, it's like, yo, that's deep, man. And they have 3 more demons to go. They have 3 more Septentorians to go. And, I mean, they're gonna get there. But the question is, how many lives are they gonna lose in order to get there? That's the question. Because on the second day, when we had Merrick come in there, Merrick killed mad motherfuckers. He killed mad summoners. On the 4th day, we have Megrez. So that was all the later half of the episode. Later half of the episode, in my opinion, I thought was great. I thought it was very well done. I thought it was just straight up fucking yo. But the thing about it is that there is one thing in the episode overall that does bring it down. And oh shit! Before I go back to the beginning, there's one last thing I'll talk about. Apparently, there's like this enchanted spear that the Hotsun family has been guarding for like generations. This Byronic spear. This is something of that nature. I forgot the exact name. The Byronic spear. Yeah, the Byronic spear. Or the Burnock spear. Something of that nature. Brynock. Whatever it's called, alright? I forgot what it's called. The exact name. But it's B something. And this spear is going to tie into something. We don't know what it is. But apparently, the Hotsun family has been guarding this thing for like generations. So, this spear may be the reason why this family's so goddamn powerful. I don't know. It could amplify their powers tenfold. Because Yamato, he's not normal, dude. He's not normal. He's probably OP. He's OP shit. And so with that thing's also very intriguing because it appears that there may be an ace in the hole that the Hotsun family has in case of this predicament actually occurred, the 7 days of judgment. So this could be their ace in the hole, this Brynock spear. But hey, I mean, we'll see where it goes. Because with that spear, we're not too sure. It's very big on that. But as of right now, it appears that the only person that knows about this, aside from Yamato, is Professor Fumi. And I'm thinking the other high status dudes that Yamato was eating with. But of course, in his mind, like, they're all scum. Because of these old guys who are still alive for some fucking reason. They want to manipulate the world after. But you know, Yamato, that shit ain't gonna fly. Alright? Only the strong survive and the weak die. And in his eyes, these old dudes, they're weak as shit and they will fall. They will fall. Now, getting to, so basically when it comes to the last half, part 2 of the episode, after they beat Megrez, that entire section, I'm gonna give a great plus or an amazing. You know, I'll give it amazing. Yo, I'll give it amazing. I'll give it amazing. And then when it came to the first part of the episode, there's only one bad thing. And that was Irie. I'll be honest, alright? When Irie was taking out Megara, the Megara that was going to the Nalia Tower, it was like, this was a big plot device. This was like a super duper 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 plot device. You're like, really? It's like Megara is rolling along, you know, keep rolling. It's rolling along, doing its thing. And all of a sudden, it destroys a building. And apparently, this building happened to have close connections with Irie and her father, who I'm assuming is dead or passed away. Or in the void, which means erased, as in like nothing is, you know, this guy never existed, period. Because again, the void, it erases your past, present, future, humanity, and entirely the world, it's all gone. Erased. Gone. Bye-bye. And the thing about it was that at that point in time, she got like a power boost because of her emotions and her feelings. And it's like, all of a sudden she summons this new demon. I forgot what it's called. Lorelei? Maybe? I forgot what it was called, to be honest. I really did. But, let's call it Lorelei for now. And then Lorelei has like a harp. I think it's called the harp. And then like she strokes the keys on the harp, or the strings on the harp. And then all of a sudden, it's like these huge ice stalagmites come out of nowhere, like on some Hitsu guy and shit, like, and like they pierce Megara. So, like, her summoning the demon was actually pretty cool, because, you know, we need more characters that have, I mean, I'm not going to call it, like, Byakuo class, but it's close to Byakuo class. Like, that's close to Byakuo class. So is the one that, Nita has, that demon, that goddess, yeah, I forgot what it was called. But they're close to Byakuo class, and we need more people that have that kind of caliber of demon. And so she summons that thing, ice stalagmites that come in there huge, and they pretty much pin down Megara. But, the setup to her getting that power is, it's laughable. It's laughable. Because it's like, really? Like, no fun, like, real. Oh, rolling, keep rolling, and then a random building. No, the memories of my father. No, I'm mad, summon. No. Huge plot device. So I'm not digging that. And yeah, I did not dig that at all. I just didn't. I did not. But aside from that, I mean, we didn't really see. The only thing that was impressive with Hibiki's group, Hibiki himself did the same old. Suzaku did like almost nothing. Byakuo was like the kill shot dude. But it was Hinako, and Hinako actually, she apparently has Berserk now, the Berserker. And Berserk, oh my god, he was like doing gallings, just non-stop punches. Like, yeah! And he was literally smashing apart Megara to its core. And so that was impressive. That was impressive in Hinako's part. Because Hinako took over the demon that Keita had, and then she actually excelled that demon further. Because Keita did not pull any shit like that when he was using Berserker. So then that's for sure. Because if he had, then he would have died. There's no way. No way. So, and then she said something that's very important. Which we all knew, but just having Hinako reinforce his notion, and having Hinako use Berserker to the extent that she did, something that Keita couldn't do, is very important. She says that the demon's strength comes strictly from the summoner. The power the demon has is going to be based on how powerful or the will of the summoner, the guy with the phone. So, very important. So it kind of makes you know. And I guess that I think is what Daichi was pondering over at the end of the episode. Because at the end of the episode, like he is slumped against the wall, and he is looking down at the floor, and he's really thinking about something very important. And I'm pretty sure he's thinking about his own weakness, because Daichi is not powerful at all. He's always the guy who's on like support duty. His demons suck. They're all weak as shit. They're like, he's there for comic relief. And he's starting to realize in this situation where literally the world is disappearing, the existence of humanity is vanishing. You can't afford to continue. You can't afford to remain the way you are. And Daichi, I think, is starting to realize that. And he's taking into great consideration what Hinago said about the demon, where the demon power, it solely comes from the summoner itself. So that's very important. That's very important. So we may see Daichi get a power up, which is good, because Daichi needs a fucking power up. But bad, like really bad. The fact that Nita has a more powerful demon than Daichi is almost depressing, because Nita, she is pathetic, in my mind. But she actually gets shit done. But Daichi, who actually, like in the first episode, he was willing to commit suicide just to save Hibiki and Nita. But this guy, he's there for comic relief and he sucks ass. So it's like, what the fuck? So he needs a power up. But the last part about stage 1, part 1. Hotsuin Yamato. I'm like, bro, this dude's powerful as shit. He's insane. And then, I mean, look, Megara's, it's not like Megara's as powerful as fuck. It really wasn't. Like, it had some exploding giant spears that it fired constantly. Well, it fired in regular interval, and then it just kept on. And basically, it was big. It was big. It rolled along and had firing, exploding spears. Okay, that were like constantly, like, you know, like it had like an endless supply. But it was nothing. It was nothing in the face of Hotsuin Yamato. Like, first of all, I mean, Cerberus is powerful as shit. We all know that. But then this guy pulled out this thing called Baal, and I've heard the name Baal before, because Baal is, you know, like is a demon in I think Catholicism, whatever, right? I mean, I've heard the name before. Baal, like, you know, like one of like the head demons of hell, some of that nature. Either way, this guy summons Baal, and then Baal's some dude, like some fish dude, and he's levitating, has a cup in his hand, and he has his hand sticking like this and shit. And Yamato was like, Baal, you know, like pin down this guy, and literally it's like a zone. It's a zone where Megara could not move, and this entire zone encompassed like it encompassed like several blocks and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's just there. Megara fires like the exploding spears at Hotsuin Yamato. No go. Has Cerberus, and Cerberus just comes in there, cuts all over this fucking place, and the exploding spears were cut to shreds. And for some fucking reason, Hotsuin Yamato starts to levitate. I don't know why. He's levitating. He's like, yeah. I'm like, why are you levitating? What's going on with this dude? Oh. He starts to levitate. He's like, yo, everything is good on my end. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Look at you. And then, so when it comes time, when they all do their thing, and they destroy the cores of Megara simultaneously, of course, we have Ronaldo use his demon, and he cuts the thing in half. Byaku's the kill shot guy. Byaku does that after Berserker opens the hole to the core once again. Because they destroyed it twice on their end. But the first time it reformed because the other parts of Megara, they weren't destroyed simultaneously. Because, you know, we have Ronaldo and his group, they were like literally gonna fucking lose up until the time when Ari did her thing. And then the way Yamato took out Megara, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Because he's like, Baal. And then Baal makes like a little energy sphere. And he punches that energy sphere at Megara. The entire upper half of Megara was vaporized. I'm like, what the hell? The entire upper half was vaporized. And the core was exposed. And here comes Cerberus. Yeah. And I'm thinking, dude, you're too powerful. Like, you're so goddamn powerful. And it's astounding how powerful you are. It's horrifying. Because you put Hibiki to shame. Hibiki has Suzaku and Byaku. But Baal alone puts them to shame. Let alone Cerberus. Like, shit. Oh, the Hotsuin family is a hat family. For sure. For super sure. Oh, man. Man! I love it. I love it. So, and then at the end of that part 1, like when we have Hibiki get like the death face out, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, Ronaldo, Otomi, and Joe, all three of them die. Because the residue Megara that was left over in the Nagoya branch actually fired its spears. And then when it fired its spears, one of its spears hit the car that they were on, and all three of them died, which shocked me because I'm like, that shit actually came true. So like, it appears to me that the only people who have the ability to change what goes on in the Deadface app, actually, no, hold on. No, I was gonna say it was only the sparkling ones, but then I remembered how in the first episode, Nita was able to change. Nita's actually special in a way, because at the end of the last episode, Professor Fumi was looking at Nita. Like, she was searching, like, for, like, she was, I don't know what she was doing on the computer. But then Nita, she's like, sacrifice for something, I think so. And maybe that may tie in to the Brynox spear. Because they were saying, because we had Hotsui Yamato talking to Fumi in the underground of this parking. I mean, the underground of the underground chamber of this park where this spear was. And then she was saying how, well, someone has to do it. And he's like, and he's like, yeah, because we don't have the luxury of actually waiting and debating on who's going to use the spear. So I'm thinking that Nita maybe wants to actually like use the spear, because at the end of the last episode, Fumi was saying how Nita, she's like the chosen something for some kind of sacrifice or some kind of like, I forgot what it was exactly, but it's something that Nita's used for the future. So, but part one, I'm gonna give it great. Even though there was the whole entire thing with Irie and the whole entire plot device, everything else aside from that was fucking on point. It was on point. I would like to see a lot more synchronization between Byakuya and Suzaku, to be honest, I really would. Because the way Ball was in sync with Cerberus, it was like, and again, Hotsui Yamato, like, yeah, he's awesome, man. So, overall, the episode rating overall is going to be a great plus, alright? We have the beginning with the reveal from Alcor that he is in fact a Septentorian. He is a sort of Polaris, who is the almighty administrator of order. He is creating this massive void who is literally, he is literally erasing the existence of the world itself. And after the 7 days are over and humanity still remains, they will be put on trial. They will be judged by Polaris, which is crazy shit. And then at the beginning, where we have the death of Ronaldo, Tomi, and Joe, we have the fight itself, where we have the three groups do their thing. A very key thing here with Hinako explaining the whole entire thing about how, and we knew this, but her reinforcing it to where Daichi, he's starting to understand, like, yo, hello, where the summoner is the key, and the will of the summoner will only increase and benefit the power of the demon itself. Okay, so obviously, of course, seeing the quote-unquote full power of Hotsui Yamato, Ball Cerberus. The episode is a great plus, man. Yeah, it's a great plus. It's a great plus. Very nice, very nice. Very well done. So I'm done. King Lightning. Be sure to, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.